Good evening and welcome. It is 9:15 on the 3rd of February. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk on Run Tell That Too. Shout out to all of my other bears. I call the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. How are you tonight? I'm well. I'm doing okay. I am. So, what are we going to get into tonight on Night Talk? Let me just say this. I've been looking at some videos, and right now I am looking for things. Yeah. And as many of you know, I have not listened to these videos. Not a lot of them. I really haven't. But so there's this video that is over 3.5 hours long. And it's really a rant for 3.5 hours plus about the time when I reviewed the hands. Remember that? I had no idea there was a 3.5 hour video just talking about. You remember that Miss Tolbert and the whole controversy about the hands and Nosy Whole Life? It's shown that, and apparently it was debunked. Well, I mean, if it really was debunked, and everyone believed it, why did she have to spend 3.5 hours? I had no idea. I didn't take a look at these videos. Also, one of the things I have not listened, I didn't even listen to all of that. I listened to, honestly, I skimmed through these because I'm searching for specific words to get a hit on something or a phrase, something like that. And while I'm going through the transcripts, I see things. And when I see things, it causes me to, pause and look maybe for other things, or just say, oh, really? That was said, or wow. For example, and this is in my own words, except I can say quote on some level. This person said they don't do anything for free, that they have to be paid for their time. And the reason they were talking about that during this video is because in the beginning they were talking about, or someone had asked them about bringing back the robotic voice. And she was explaining that it just took too much time to edit, put together videos, and people were really bored with that robotic voice. And she found out that when she used her own voice, that's when people paid more attention. Yeah. So it just underscored that she's been paid money. She said money. Yes. It's about money. It's about, you don't spend your time on something that's unproductive if it's not going to benefit you. Money, being paid for her time on this channel. I mean, I've known that all along, but it's just cemented when I see it in words and I hear it. It's undeniable. Yes. So no one is going to pull the wool over my eye and make me believe, especially when I have receipts, over 5 years of receipts, with referring back to making money on this platform every single time she's on this platform. She said she doesn't do anything for free. That means if it's John Doe's money, this is my interpretation. If it's John Doe's money, John Doe is paying Jane Doe for her time. Period. That's it. I have the receipts. I have too many receipts where she has said the Cash App is hers, Truth Teller Danny Cash App, and now another one to underscore she's being paid. So whether they're splitting the money, whether there is actually a real person that gets the money from AdSense or however it's done, eventually it gets to her in some form or fashion. And the only form that it gets to her is in money, spendable income, period. She said she doesn't work for free. Her time is valuable. So no one's going to convince me for 5 years that she sat on this platform and not been paid. Stop it. Because she's always talking about money, always counting someone else and talking about what they earn or don't earn. I really don't talk about money per se. I'm making a point here when I come across things. Yes. It's facts. She said, bring the receipts. I have the receipts. There's something else that she said in that 3.5 hour rant. Well, again, I haven't listened to, but it's so great that I can take the transcripts of the videos that I want transcribed, get them transcribed, and do a rapid search for things, once they are transcribed. Yes. And she didn't even like the fact that I would read a quote, say something, and say, this is what she said, quote, and give my commentary like I did just then, which I already said. I paraphrased it. I can say quote. I can tell you directly, that's what she said, to put emphasis so that you know I'm not lying about this. No. She's forever talking about how she's not going to be filmed. And in that 3.5 hour rant, she did the same thing by emphasizing going through again, I'm paraphrasing, going through Nosy Whole Lives videos is not going to tell anyone, especially me, who she is. You're not going to find out anything by, talking about those Nosy Whole Life videos. Yeah. So if you think, and she's saying to me, if I think I'm going to find out anything, any clues, it's not in those videos. Okay. Yeah. And boy, was she on a, I have to tell you, only because I can do a quick search. I wasn't looking for the word stupid or the word dumb, but again, just going through the transcript, you can just see it. And so I said, wow, it's here a lot. Well, in that one video, I know it's, I know, but I'm going to tell you. She likes, I guess certain words, once she gets, onto it in a video, she just pounds it to a pulp. Yeah. She said I was stupid over 100 times and dumb and couldn't compete with her on any level. No, another almost 100 times. Wow. I mean, she kept on saying it over and over. Maybe she thought if she would repeat it 200 times in 3.5 hours, her audience would get the message. I don't know. There is a lot of these videos. But Beck, yes, let's stay on that Cash App for a minute, because she talk is money, 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 money. Yes. If I could play the video. Wow. Ain't no way. Somebody says, ain't no way, ain't no way. Who said it? Good evening, Jennifer. Ain't no way she is going to claim the Cash App, use it in all of her videos, and then not get any money from it. But when they started off, it's like John had to come in the place to say, it's mine's. Like he was starting off by saying, she doesn't have anything to do. It's until the rules for the Cash App became known, and then he proclaimed, yes, she has access, like periodically, something like that. It's been a while. John's been very quiet. But you know what? We don't have her name. And she talked about staying anonymous in this video as well. Said, I'm not going to find out who she is. Not even with these videos, not with anything. You're just too dumb. You just do this. You'll never figure it out. You don't think outside of the box. There's nothing here. Well, we're at this point where there is an order. So we can see that she is not right now complying, has no plans to, because every time I come across something like this, it further underscores how adamant that she is that it's not going to happen. Never. No. So that means unless other, a different approach to finding out who she is, through the court, and we haven't gotten to that point yet. And I was thinking, well, maybe the court is waiting for me to initiate something. And it's been, it'll be a month on the 5th. Yeah. So, there's got to be a different way to find out through the court. And John Doe says he knows who she is. He said he knows her. He would have to know her if he is a separate individual. If he's the same, of course he knows her. But I'm just saying, let's say he really is someone different. He said he knows her in documents. And she has access to that Cash App. Right now, they're both anonymous. Right? We're not in discovery yet. That was premature. She argued that the subpoenas, it was premature. And it was at that time. We've been through that. We know about that. You can email me right now at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. I mean, this is a serious matter. There's rules to proceed and rules of, procedure. Yes. And this is standing in between her identity, knowing who she is, and moving forward. So, yes, it is time to, been real patient. I think the court has been patient, and I think is waiting for a period of time, maybe. Again, I don't know how they're going to rule on everything else. There's been a lot of filing since that order went out. And of course, I'm not going to just, lay back, sit back, and not respond to any of these motions that she's made, although the defendant has made, although she has not responded to the court's order. Okay. However, This is way past defiance, and there is no stay on the record. Nothing came in today that I saw when I looked. Okay. So the order is still in effect. So how do we find out who she is? Mhm. Let me read some of your comments before I say something out loud. What I'm thinking, how that might go. Hmm. She's still writing down and reading from her notes. She even repeats in her lives the things some of her followers say in her Discord chat. I have never listened to her Discord. Yeah, Discord is one of those things. She says I can't compete on any level. She's so far advanced. Oh, but here we are. You know what? It's one thing to think that she can outsmart moi, because she said she can outsmart, and she hates when anyone thinks that they can outsmart her. That is really big. In case you don't know, I've said it numerous times, at least twice. But do you think that she thinks she can outsmart the court, the judge, and play in the judge face? If that's what's going on? Yes, she has deleted a lot of her lives. It's not me at the bottom. She has actually, some are private and some she has deleted. She's deleted that X account. Yes. That's a big one. It no longer exists. And she had that as long as she's been on YouTube. I believe that was started like right around the same time. Maybe June of 2021. That's how she communicated. That's how one of her first, I can say that I've recall that she posted her first link to her video about surviving Nosy Whole Life. Mm-hmm. And she was posting that, and she posted information about contact with Lake Charles Police Department. All of her posts. It was there. It was her mainstay, her form of communicating. Yes. So for her to delete that, it no longer exists. I think that was done with a purpose. Won't tell you why, I think. Mm-hmm. But that X, or then it was, Twitter, it had links and connections of people to her. Yes, it did. And those links would lead to others as well. It was just her way of communicating. Mhm. One of the biggest forms of communicating. And so all of that was there. The abuse, it was there, as plain as day. Mhm. Yeah. Communicating. And a lot of the people who were following her and that she was following, yes, a lot of those people have deleted their accounts, have moved on, have just vanished. Yes. And if they have not vanished, what has vanished is the block of time between, specifically. Let's take, for example, I'm going to take this as an example because they were in constant communication. When that takedown of Nosy Whole Life between, the 27th of June and the 27th of August, that 2-month block period. Okay. Black Rabbit, she made things evaporate between that time as well. A lot of people did, because it would link their communication, what they were saying, what they were doing, what they were agreeing to. Yes. So, not only her, just think of anyone else that you could imagine would be on that party line. I know for a fact. Because it's so obvious. It's like nothing happened. Everything vanished between a 2-month block. You can see where communications start and then suddenly just vanish and then pick up after a certain time. Yeah. And subsequent to that, people have erased. And that's a big tell. And you know something else that happened? A hint. And I know it for a fact. People thought that they were going to bring up another account and have things go a certain way, but then they dropped that one too. Mm, 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 mm. Like funneling messages. And when that didn't work out, because somehow you just can't like try to reroute and things not get back to the the beginning, the origin, or the source, even when the ties look like they've been cut. Yeah. So it's just interesting that a lot of that material is gone. Hmm. But it's probably in the clouds somewhere. Yeah. All right. Let's read some of these comments. They look a little interesting. And a few more of you have come in. Let's see how we're doing tonight. Right here, Ivy Jacinta says, I find it odd that out of the millions of people on YouTube and how distinct her voice is, no one has recognized her. No one. I put up a tweet or, post on X, and she struck that. And it was just her voice. Her voice, not comparing it to anyone. It was just her voice. And she didn't even want that up there. It was, listen to this voice. Listen, this is Danielle Robertson, something like that. Because it's gone, I can't remember. My exact words. Or maybe it was, do you know this voice? Something like that. She struck it. That means she does not want anyone to respond to me. She says, well, I use my voice every day. Yeah. But saying it like that, do you know this voice, or something like that? If she didn't think someone might recognize it, then why would she strike it? She struck it from all social media. Anywhere I had it, where she could strike it, she did. Yeah. So while that is, I tend to agree. Either that's not her real voice, and it's modified with some type of technology. That's possible, or not. Yeah, because when she first came on, she was using a voice box, and it's easy now, knowing her voice that she uses now. It's easy to hear it through the voice box. I mean, it's recognizable. It's unmistakable. You can hear it. It's her. Yeah. And then you can hear when it's a robotic, just typed in. Yeah, it's easy to pick that up. Yeah. So I don't know. So you think the judge is done listening? Where did I see that comment? Here it is. The judge is done listening to her. She can't submit anything no more. I haven't seen an order to that effect. But then we don't have anything more. And yeah, the judge is busy. I definitely know that. I know that. Yeah. Let me go up to the top and just kind of read some of these in order. Um, oh, I definitely believe there are other troll accounts. You know, yes, other accounts that she has, even here on YouTube. Yes. Um, yeah, sure, she's going to have those, I think. Jennifer says, I think the court is finding her identity, and the starting point is the Cash App and YouTube revenue. I don't know. So either she is going to get others implicated, or it is her name and she lied to the court. Well, she hasn't given the court her name. And this isn't a criminal case, it's a civil matter. And I say that to say whether or not the judge would be doing something necessarily to obtain that information, I my mind is not thinking like that. It's like, maybe she's, given some time, a certain period of time, which I think is closing in. And there's certainly options. I don't know what the court would do in this case without me putting something in front of the court at this point. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. There's some things I could say, but again, I'll just say I don't know. Let's see. I'm going back up. Read that one. The person who said it is theirs said they don't know anything about this, so they needed to remain anonymous. Yeah. Oh, they know. If they didn't know anything then, they know now because they're watching, they're following this. Because before the judge said that they would have to ask leave to file anything or do anything more, because they might have to give their name if they want to remain anonymous, right? So they've stayed quiet, or at least that side, I'll just say. Yeah. Oh, let's see, real quick. Ain't no way she's going to claim that Cash App. We read that one. Let's keep going. Yeah, Boo the Fool. Yeah, we read that one. Just going down. Right now, I've given my. I absolutely think that Jane and John Doe could be one in the same, and I've put that forward to the court. I have. Yeah. That's why I said compel them both. But for now, and as part, I believe, of the report and recommendation, that was off the table, I think. John, that was then. Let's see. She did some switching up when she was doing her so-called studies. I don't believe it. I don't believe her. She's always planning something. Either way, that's her Cash App. I still think she is a transformer, but that's my opinion for now. Oh, I believe that's her Cash App. That's my true belief. Yes, I think that's her Cash App. She said my money. She's thanked people for the Cash App, for her Cash App. So, far before, any of this. Yeah, long before, I should say. Let's see. Jennifer seems to think that it has to be her or someone she is close to or in business with. She has to have trust. Yes. No one's going to allow you into their uh, you know, password. She could withdraw. They have to thoroughly trust her. Absolutely. Know who she is. You're not going to let a stranger that you have not, it's just not going to happen. I don't believe it. No. No. All comments and opinions are yours. Yes, I see Sharon's. And hello, everyone. Buzzball, good evening to you. And follow me on all social media. Let's see. I mean, he has to know who to send the money to. It's not rocket science. Exactly. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Yes, absolutely. I believe it. If they're two individuals separate, then John Doe absolutely knows all about Jane Doe in terms of how to get her paid. Because she said she doesn't work for free. Mm-mm. Not all this. You think she's going to stand by and let all this money just flow to John Doe and not get hers? No, stop it. That's on another planet, not on this planet. And I don't know of another planet right now. Well, she said there are two, at least two of her. Mhm. Let's see. I'm surprised she hasn't tried using a deep fake on here. Similar to Messy Sweet. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that person. She is just making it worse for herself and anyone involved with her in what she has done. She is forcing the court to unravel all the ties. For some reason, I just cannot imagine a court issuing an order and coming to a hard stop and saying, this person, I can't, I don't know how to do it. No, it's no. I'm just, no, we're not going any further. We don't need any. No, I know I issued the order, but it's just out of my control. I can't do anything. I cannot see a court doing that. But I don't know. I don't think this judge is going to allow that to happen. But again, I don't know. what would make that happen. Yeah. Oh, she's watching everything right now. And yes, she does promote that Cash App every time. It's right there at the bottom. John is getting paid. Mhm. Yeah. We're not looking for John. We're looking for Jane Doe's identity. That's what the court wants. Hmm. V-Love, good evening. Eating an anonymous bagel with anonymous strawberries and cream cheese. Mimi, good evening, says, I think she pissed off a judge who has connections. I'm just waiting. I don't. It's just like she thumbs her nose to YouTube and everybody else. Like, who gonna check me? Not even you, judge. That's what she's saying in so many words. Not even the judge. You're not going to check me. I decide when that happens, not you. That's how I see it right now. Defiant. Just continues to file like, you know, like there was never an order. Unbelievable. Mhm. I don't know. Maybe I started to read yours and then I gave the comment about, Twitter. Also, it's not me says, I think she thinks the judges are watching YouTube. So she has deleted a lot of her lives and isn't going live on her main channel. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. She's going to get pinged. There's a reason. It's no way in the world. There's a reason she got rid of that X account. I believe. You don't get rid of no. 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 You don't shut an account down like that. Mm-mm. It disappeared, and I don't see any evidence that X shut it down. For some reason, it just if you try to search, it just says it doesn't exist. I don't know if you can like hide accounts and it say it doesn't exist. I don't know how that works. Yeah. Welcome to RunTellThatToo, and thanks for joining. Yeah. That kind of I don't want to say paralyzes, but it certainly doesn't help movement forward by doing things like that and not providing information. Yeah. y'all are giving us 100-page docs to go through. So we'll respond when we respond. Yeah, that's on the judge, on the court. I don't know if I don't think it's gotten to that point where, um, but it's an affront to authority. I think, and people do that. They ignore the court's orders. This is not the first time it's happened. I can't even imagine, um, even to this same judge who's been on the bench for some time. Formal motion. Judges rarely act on their own. Oh, yes. For missed deadlines, you must usually file a formal written motion to prompt a ruling. That's from Joanne Shepard. And good evening, Joanne Shepard. Mhm. Listen carefully. Mhm. I'll just say, well, we'll keep our eyes open to, just keep your eyes open. Keep looking. Yes, that's interesting. There are a number of things, as I'm learning, that people have done. Yes. Hmm. Yeah. And as the plaintiff in this case, and seeing how things have moved, and you know delay. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can tax. Yeah, because you're, you know, time. But I'm patient. But you can't. We got to move forward. Can't just sit still forever. That's not going to happen. So I know it's going to happen eventually. Well, let's see. Oh, I don't. I just threw that up. I wouldn't imagine that she would be such a fool. She said she's on this platform acting a complete fool. She called herself a fool 4 times. Would she be so foolish to do something like that? That would, I didn't even cross my mind. Yes, she might be afraid that someone's going to recognize her voice. All it needs to do, because this is one of the reasons she doesn't want this case promoted at all, because it only takes one individual, the right individual, to see it. That's it. Take an interest in it, and maybe someone else can see it too. Mm-hmm. Especially, she said she's working on her PhD. She's in school. Mm-hmm. You're not going to walk around Earth in the United States and be about any kind of business, and someone at some point you're not going to cross, someone in the store, someone at a school, someone at work, some business that has to be conducted, everything is not by, phone, although phone or computer, people can deliver things. But even when they deliver, uh, you know, eventually you're going to make some contact with the outside. All right, Joanne says, I'm placing my bet on DEA. I remember that one guy from St. Charles said that's her. Someone said recently that could have been a pay for play too. And I'm just thinking, what? Like that could have been made make believe. Like what? Come on. Neither one of them sounded like it was not authentic to me. Mhm. Hollywood Next, who contacted the nephew, right, of her middle name is Daniel too. Courtney was the nephew of Courtney. And his mother was listening to and spoke and said she recognized the voice as Danielle Elizabeth. So that you'd have to have, both people involved. And he seemed to be very familiar with. But that went quiet. Yes. This is YouTube is large, but it's big, but it's small. You know what I mean? Information travels quickly. It does. Just thinking out loud tonight, just having a little, back and forth here. See, maybe something will spark attention to something. Maybe. And you can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Jennifer says, Teddy, my point in her lying to the court means that if she is actually John Doe, then she falsified the court documents to evade accountability. Yes, that could turn a civil case into a criminal one. Imagine that. She never thought we would get to this point, right? Nothing's off the table as far as that. That's not far-fetched. That's not far-fetched. And if that were the case, if that were found out, if that ended up being the case, whoa. Yes. That goes into a different realm. She's like, I won't say. But yes, I understand. That's clear. Thank you for making that point, Jennifer. Running wild, running on empty. If they don't know anything about it, then why are they even responding? I think you were talking about John Doe in the beginning. You wanted to quash that. If you're talking about John Doe in the beginning, filed a motion to quash the subpoena. Yeah. But maybe you're talking about something else. Oh, that could just be like she's changed. She has changed her avatar, and she does that frequently since she's been on the platform. That's all part of keeping, you know, staying anonymous so that things change. She hasn't changed the channel name, not her main channel. Let's see. There is a person, you say, named Washiba Hickman Wallace, who's a book author. Okay. DRUs, and again, this is all alleged, use the artwork that's on the back of this person's book. Okay. She no longer is using it. Lily also writes books. Okay. Little Lily. Let me just keep moving. Ivy says, I believe the court will put pressure on YouTube to demonetize or remove her channels if she doesn't follow court orders. Again, I'm not certain that the court would intervene in that way without an initiation, I think. But again, I just don't know. With the YouTube, I just don't know. Yeah. If because right now the courts aren't trying to police YouTube, although she would like the courts to police YouTube, my account. Yes. I absolutely think she's going to do everything she can to stay anonymous. That's her goal. Okay. Love 777. Good evening. Allegedly, there's someone close to her. Someone that she came for to avenge. She said, you're not thinking outside of the box. She said, I'm not part of Tolbert's family. I'm not this person or that person. She said there are other types of relationships. Okay. Someone you love is someone you're close to. You do not come on a platform blazing to revenge someone for something that they did to someone that doesn't have significant meaning. That just doesn't happen. I don't believe it. And on top of that, not get paid for it? Oh, no way. Now you're asking for the stars and the moon and the sky and everything else. She just did videos a few days ago but not on the main channel. I can't even tell you when she's been on the main channel. Oh, one of the reasons why is because things could be created, then they could be put on private or delete, something like that. For some reason, I just assume, but I don't know that she's been on, that she's probably been on her main channel. Yeah. I thought there was an announcement. I don't know. I know she's on Discord all the time because, it comes up in the feed. Yeah. A Discord all the time. But you're right. That's not YouTube. Let's see. If YouTube didn't take down TK after she lost her lawsuit with Cardi B, they aren't going to demonetize her either. Yeah, that's right. They just want their cut. Yeah, it would have to be, I think, criminal, like a criminal case. Yeah, something that would violate, or something that would violate the guidelines. And then Tasha K, what are you talking about? 1 million plus viewers, although YouTube has taken accounts larger than Tasha K's. So, but she definitely has, a channel, communications. Once you hit a certain level, a manager per se that's assigned to various accounts assigned to them. Yeah. So, and isn't Tasha K paying some of that money back? It seems like I saw something about that. She's paying money. Yeah. And maybe someone has decided to help her, said that they're going to pay it. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, please don't patronize the courts and others. Yeah, please stop it. Great chat engagement. Yes. Joanne says, why do you think that DEA isn't offline? It's because she doesn't want her voice, tone to be heard. It is very rare not to have a social media account. We have not heard from Daniel Elizabeth. That is still an open. Yeah, that one is not ruled out. It just isn't. No. I would still like to hear her voice. I would. Now, I haven't contacted her, but that has not been debunked. I don't care what anyone has said on this platform until Daniel Elizabeth herself would debunk it. Someone who is hiding in the shadow and saying, it's not me, it's not me. Of course, nothing is her. You think I'm going to believe anything she says just because she says it's not me? No, no. I didn't say she was, but I didn't rule it out either. Can we listen to that interrogation again on Stationhead? We can listen to it on my platform. Yeah, that's a public record, and it's on also on D for Danielle, and that it can be played. Yeah, and yeah, I could play it again for sure. Jennifer says, and we're going to have DEA cammed up and talking to believe it's not her. We aren't going to play with some faceless, anonymous claim. There are just some things that can't be explained away yet. Oh, that soul cycle again. For at least the fifth time, I have never said the soul cycle. That hadn't even, and I still don't. That soul cycle lady, the bicycle lady, I call her. Right? No, she's out there. I'm talking about soul cycle, right? I don't think she's hiding. I don't know. Right? No, she wants her privacy. I can see that. But we know who Soul Cycle is. Yeah. Yeah. It would be something to get an interview with someone. I'll just say that, with someone. Well, it is 10:30. And I think that's almost going to do it for me. Let me check my email. And yeah, unless, I could. There was something else I was going to do, but let me just check my email real quick and see. We're good. Oh, okay. And if I didn't mention it the last time, thank you for the email and for the Cash App. Thank you. Not buying the Soul Cycle. Joanne. Jennifer says, I think Soul Cycle Girl either put her accounts private or took them down. Probably because people were harassing her for no reason. Sure. Definitely wouldn't want that. Check out Unwind with Teddy's community wall for updates and any changes. Thank you, loyal supporters. And one or two more comments and we'll wrap it up. Yes, that could be intentionally pushed, a side narrative, a distraction, could be. Side eye anything? Yeah. All right. We're going to leave it there. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. We are on Run Tell That 2 Night Talk right here, but I plan to come back tomorrow sometime. Yeah, keep your bear phone on and join me, you know, tomorrow sometime when I come back. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Now, run tell that too.